up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the film Wicked for Good. Now this is a sequel to last year's Wicked, or you could say 2024's Wicked. And you know this is like an adaptation of the 2003 stage musical. Now this particular film, it adapts like the second act of the 2003 stage musical Wicked. And again, it's also directed by Jon M. Chu. And you also have Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, you know, Jonathan Bailey, like Jeff Groban, Michelle Yeoh. They all return to like their roles from like the previous film. And this particular film, it basically continues on from like the events of like the first film, which was a pretty good film. Like the first Wicked film from like last year, that was a pretty good film. And I'm not like a big fan of like musicals, you know. But I thought that was a pretty good film, and I was definitely surprised at how entertaining and fun this particular one, this sequel was. And it's like a musical too. It's like a lot of singing and stuff. And again, I'm not really like a fan of musicals, but I found myself really enjoying this film. But the film does depict the events of like the Wicked Witch of the West, who is, you know, played by Cynthia, and she's also known as Afaba. That's like really her name. Then you also have Glinda the Good, who is played by Ariana Grande. So as the film does open, you get to see like the Wicked Witch like carrying on like chaos. She's like destroying like the yellow brick road, you know, like the road they built them that would lead straight to the Wizard of Oz. So that yellow brick road, like the film does open with her like causing chaos and destroying like the bridge, and she's even beating up the workers and stuff like that. I was like, whoa, it was kind of intense, because she like pick up a worker like while she's flying on her broom and throw them all around. So you can see right there that she kind of has like a dark side. I guess you could say like a bad side basically. And as the film goes on, you get to see more and more like about her relationship with like Glinda. You see what's going on with Glinda, how Glinda's like falling in love with the other guy. She wants to marry him, and at the same time, Afaba is still suspecting that the Oz, well, not suspected, but she knows like the wizard, you know, who's played by Jeff Groban. She claims that he's like a fraud. He didn't really have any power. He's just working like this machine that can cause all these like different things to go on that look magical and stuff like that, but he's really just like doing this all with a machine. The film does still depict how everybody just turned against Afaba, like calling her like the witch and how evil and stuff like that she was. And it was always like really like the character that Michelle Yeoh played, known as Madame Morrible. She was the one that was definitely always complaining about like the Wicked Witch of the West. I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, they just constantly like banish her like throughout the film, like always talking about the bad stuff that she's doing. And she really is on the inside really kind of like a good like person, you know, like Afaba, like the Wicked Witch. That's what I thought was kind of like wicked about it, you know. She's not really like evil and all that, like they kind of claiming that she is. She's trying to do good like in her own way. But there are certain scenes in the film, certain moments in the film that were like, wow, you know, like so it was like some wicked moments. And you know, that kind of stuff does happen in real life. Like they automatically just turn bad because this person did this or did that. And it was wicked how the situation like played out. So I thought moments like that were kind of interesting. I don't want to touch on it because it's kind of spoiler territory. But you get to see like the introduction of certain characters from like, because you know this is like basically like a Wizard of Oz type film. You do get to see kind of like I guess people already know about this, like Dorothy, Toto, like the Tin Man, like Scarecrow, the Lion, and so on. But you will never get to see like Dorothy's like face like close up, because I already heard about that too. That you don't really get, you know, like they keep her like hidden. Whenever you see Dorothy, she's like just kind of from a distance, or if she's even up close, it's like from the back of her or the side of her. You can never really see like, the actress like face like up close. But you do get to see how the Tin Man became the Tin Man, and that was apparently caused by Afaba, or the Wicked Witch of the West. She made him like that. Well, I think that was mentioned like in the Wizard of Oz film itself, right? Because I hadn't watched it in a while. But you also get to see how Scarecrow, even like the Lion, how they were like created and stuff like that. That they all, you know, I just leave it at that one spot. But I thought that was kind of interesting. And then you also have her sister too as well. I forget what her sister name was. Afaba. Yeah, her name was Nessa, I think that's what her name was, Nessa. She was the one that was in the wheelchair, because you know she has like some tragic scenes like in the film too as well, and she's kind of angry that Afaba had just suddenly left her, like from the first film that Afaba suddenly shows up again. So I want to touch on it, and that's actually the moment I think when the Tin Man becomes the Tin Man, if I can remember correctly. Yeah, that's when he becomes the Tin Man. But I'm gonna go into all it. But overall, this film was really surprising. I think the look of Afaba, like the Wicked Witch of the West, I think she really does like look awesome and looks cool. You know, it kind of reminds me like a Batman almost, but it's like a woman. I think just when she's like flying around and causing like chaos, even when she's doing like good stuff, it really is like awesome looking. She like just the character alone, like the look of her, like with the hat and like the cape and all that stuff. It just, I think, and the broom, it just looks amazing the way they designed her. She does magic and stuff like that. And I think Glinda turns out to be pretty good too. She does have some wicked moments too as well in the film where she even turns on like Alphaba. Like come on, guys, because she was always trying to help Alphaba, the Wicked Witch, trying to save her because they were like friends, you know. But there's like a moment later in the film where she even turns on. But of course, you know, they kind of reconciled it in the end. But this is like a pretty awesome film. It was much better than I thought it would be. Like all the songs and stuff are kind of catchy, and I still don't really care for that too much, like the musicals and stuff. But they're pretty good. I think Jeff Goldblum's performance in the film was pretty decent. You know, you get a good look at him being like this Oz, and there's like apparently like a relation. I won't spoil with him and like one of the main characters in the film. Like, whoa, I didn't even see that coming. You know, I didn't really suspect that. I kind of did. I think I knew kind of, because I think I was kind of in the first one what was going on with his relationship. I think I kind of suspected that. But in Wicked for Good, and it's supposed to be like the conclusion to like the Wicked like storyline. You know, the Wicked film was just going to be 2 films. I can't believe it, but I'm going to go ahead and give this a solid A. I really did enjoy it, and I rarely give a film an A. And I'm not a fan of musicals, but I really found this film to be like entertaining. It's like it was like a couple of moments where it probably like drag, you know, like you know, and it didn't seem like it was like as long as it was. Cause I know this film is like real long. It was just like over 2 hours, like 2 hours and like I think almost 20 minutes or 17 minutes. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it. There are some funny moments in it too as well. It is like it does take like a dark turn. But it's still pretty cool to see that the Wicked Witch at times really was kind of like good, but some of the things that happened made it seem like she was like wicked, like bad and stuff like that. But I just leave it at that because I don't want to spoil it. But I'm gonna give this a solid A, and I would definitely recommend, you know, please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.